They're just hanging out because he lives in the room. You know, he stays in there during the nighttime, but comes out with his pals. And they see him, you know. So when I feed them, they eat chicken and ham mostly. And they eat together, which is strange. These guys will pick it up and go back in the water, but I always feed them on land. And they're curious of each other as usual. But now they know each other because when I first put them together, I thought they were going to try to eat the lizard because there's a gang of these guys down there, man. There's a gang of them, 4 of them. But since then, they have been sunning. He's been on his back. The lizard's been on the turtle's back, sunning and all that, basking. So they seem to be getting along, even though they kind of eye each other. Look, right now, they're kind of eyeballing each other. So I have like a setup of catwalks around my room for the water dragons, as you can see. So they spend most of the time high. Not high like smoking weed, I mean high physically. And it's a territorial dispute. No, just kidding. No, they get along. I think they look forward to seeing each other. Because it's kind of, it's open space. You see what I'm saying? Basically an open space, so that's what that's about. You know what I mean? Like, one of my tadpoles turned into a frog. He was like the first frog morphed. He morphed now. And I don't know what he was. I'm trying to figure out what kind of tadpoles he was. I mean, I think he's too small to be a bullfrog. But there's a couple more tadpoles there, but he's the first one to turn. Don't fight. The water dragon is getting really big, really fast. And so he's got a lot of water tanks to go into from the room because they're open. They can get in there. There's water everywhere. He's got water. See that rock right there? That's always filled with hot water. I put hot water there so that, not boiling hot, but warm. So you can warm up in that water. So he's got a pretty good gig for a rainforest animal that's locked in an apartment, but he's not in a cage. He doesn't live in a cage. He just lives in a room. And I got different spots to bask. Ain't that right, Terry? That's Terry the turtle. So, creatures, man, very easy to take care of as long as you have their needs, their necessary needs, the right kind of food and clean water. That's one of the biggest things. That's why you have such a gigantic filters in here. One of the things I have are huge filters. I don't know how many of these I have in here. I have maybe 4 of them in there. So it's cool. I can't have cats anymore because my granddaughter's allergic to cats. So I kind of just slipped over to reptiles, which are pretty, tame. When you look at them, they come right up to you. You feed them by hand. You feed all of them by hand. You could pick them up very easily. I don't like to handle them that much, but I do feed them by hand and all that. So, interesting creatures. But like I said, you ever get some, it's kind of weird when you buy them, they're small. You got to keep in mind they get quite big. You want to, I have them for, like I said, they're not cuddly pets, but they're certainly interactive. They interact with you right away. Just, they come up right up to you. They look forward to you, to spending time with you. And that's one of the things that people don't seem to understand. They come right up to you right away, and they like to be handled sometimes. But the thing is, I try not to handle them so much. I handle them maybe a little bit once every other day, and just look out for their, mostly clean water and a lot of light and stuff like that. But there it is. That's their little how should I say, relationships you got going here, because he's it's not, they don't dislike each other. Obviously they spend a lot of time together, even though they're different basking spots, but they like to be in this particular area for some reason. I don't know why. Right, little dude? Like, yeah.